All right, what's up, you boys and girls up on the tube of the U? This is Joe Daddy, aka Tuskegee 87, and I'm up on this Boulevard M109, test riding this son of a gun like it's big puns. You know what I mean? Hey, look, so I'm down here, picked this thing up at FPF or SPF, and I don't mean first person shooter, I mean Fayetteville Power Sports, and this thing is the truth. It's M109R, aka 1800 cc's of sexiness. This thing feels so comfy. Coming from an R6 rider, that is saying something. And I love the way this thing bellows as I come down the strip. Yeah. This is 2014 limited edition, and I need to adjust my mirrors because I cannot see. Fitting to hit this all-American Boulevard, son. Cause you know I'm on a boulevard and I'm hitting all-American Boulevard. Oh, I love the way this thing sounds. I mean, it's stock, you know, the exhaust and everything, but I love it. It's subtle, but it's loud enough where it needs to be, and it just sounds amazing. Makes me feel like I was a real rider of the bikers. So with this thing being a 1800cc bike, though, I mean, it's not heavy at all. It's pretty lightweight, or not lightweight per se, but I mean, you can still maneuver it around. And you know, I'm 5'8", and you know, I can put my feet on the ground just perfectly. I can sit here, I can lean the thing left, right, side to side. This thing is pretty nice. So yeah, I'm gonna just ride this around the town for a little bit. You know, they let me demo this thing, so I'm here to show you all what I got. I was so excited that I didn't even start off my intro properly. So since I've already introduced you to this video and to what I'm doing, I guess I can forego that. You got to be careful with this thing on the throttle, especially going around the corners. I tried the M90 and they sound exactly the same, just a couple of cc's lighter. That's the only difference. Now with me being a sports bike rider, I gotta get used to where the foot pegs are. So if you see me stumbling or whatnot, I had to fix that mirror. But yeah, if you see me kind of fumbling around when I'm putting my feet up, because I'm trying to find the pegs without looking down. So a lot of people say that having the speedometer right here is very inconvenient because you have to look down, and while the tachometer's up there. But honestly, if you're riding and you're keeping up with the traffic, you shouldn't have to look down at your speedometer. Me, I can see the speedometer without having to look down, or without having to, you know, take my eyes off the road per se, especially if I'm looking at the tachometer. Like, you know, my field of view, I can see about this much, or if, yeah, right here for the camera, but yeah, I can see about that much. And so it's pretty good for me. But I mean, right now I'm loving it. I wish I could get this bike today, but I can't because I don't have a trailer to trail it home with. Not to mention I don't have the money to get it right now. But I just want to test ride this thing because it's so sexy. But I mean, this thing rides pretty nice. Let's see how this thing does on the interstate. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! Oh yeah. I see why they wear chaps and leathers on this thing. I can feel the air piercing my body. Even though I'm wearing the jacket, I'm so glad I wore this jacket. Because I'd be in some pain right now, son. I'd be in some pain. I got a short sleeve shirt on under here, but woo! It's like I'm getting shot with needles. Oh, I can feel it in my gut. But other than that, man, this thing is riding pretty nicely. It has a 5-gear, and I think top speeds, I think it's 150. I don't think it's right there in front of me. It's 150 on the dash. But this thing is so boss. And I mean, the way the seat feels is so comfy, and I added a memory foam padding to it, it'd be even better. Like, man, I cannot wait to be able to afford to buy this thing as soon as I get the money. I'm dropping a down payment on this. Now, again, this is 2014 limited edition. They had a 2016 blacked out, like the engine is blacked out and everything, and the exhaust is blacked out, and that thing looks fly. I mean, that thing looks nice, but there's no real difference between the two other than the color scheme. I mean, this one's silver, and the one that I saw in the showroom was red, white, and black. And I'm just like, yeah, that's where it's at. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at this trying to figure out if you want to pick up the M90 or the 109, they basically ride the same and sound the same. The only difference is that the throttle is more responsive when you get on it. That's the only difference, is the throttle is more responsive. I've rode the M90, and I mean, I was expecting not to like it being a sports bike ride, but man, I mean, this thing is legit. And so if you look down, the exhaust pipe is like right there. It's touching the back of my calf, but they have a heat shield on it, so it's kind of, I'm not feeling anything. I mean, granted, I have on blue jean pants as well, but I mean, it still feels good. I mean, I'm not hot. I really don't feel the heat transferring from the metal through my pants legs to my skin. So I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I love this thing. And I mean, if you are a sports bike ride looking into getting into cruisers, I mean, this right here is where it's at, baby. I mean, they don't call this thing a power cruiser for nothing, son. I mean, this is almost the size of an engine. This is almost the size of a Honda engine. I mean, 1800 cc, that's almost 2 liters. Some cars have 1.8 liters in it. Oh man, this thing is so comfy. This thing is so nice. But yeah, like I said, I'm just doing this ride review. I'm not really going to be talking about much. Poppy's Day is coming up here soon. I mean, it'd be great if for Poppy's Day I could get this, but I know that's not going to happen. Unless, you know, somebody falls into like 10 stacks and is like, oh hey, I fell into 10 stacks, I figured, you know, you might want to get something nice for yourself. Here you go. Oh gosh, did not realize that was going on right there. Oh, is this the turn lane? Well, looks like I'm turning. I wasn't trying to turn, but since the lane I was in disappeared, I have no idea where I am. Hey, this thing is torquey, son. I don't care what gear you're in, that thing is gonna get up and move. But it's really hot outside. It's so hot. But I'm so glad I wore this jacket, because if I didn't, my arms would hurt so much. Like, it's weird how the wind affects you on a cruiser versus a sports bike. But I guess like I guess it's the frame of the bike itself. Like, this one doesn't really even have a frame at all. Oh god, I almost fell off the seat. But yeah, like, I guess in the sports bike you're leaning forward and you have the whole entire instrument panel in front of you, so it's deflecting the wind away from your body. But I mean, with this, there's no wind protection. It's just straight block, 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 all on your body as it blows like a 12 gauge shotty, like Illuminati. Feel me, come with me. But yeah, I mean, for this thing being an 1800, I don't feel like, you know, this power is too much for me. Like, I feel like I'm riding, you know, the M90. Granted, I haven't opened it up full throttle yet, but you know what? The main difference, the main thing I like about the M90 over the, the thing I like about the M109 over the M90 is the fact that this comes with the full fairing. Like, if you look at the M90, it looks like it has naked fairings, or it looks like it's naked per se. Like, it doesn't have all that cool jazz sitting up there like this one does. And the tank on here is so much slimmer. It's so much slimmer. The M90 kind of bubbles out a whole lot more, so it kind of bubbles out like this and makes it a little bit uncomfortable for the legs, or at least to me it does. But this thing, I mean, it's nice. The other thing about the M90 versus the 109 is that the pegs are closer to your body on the M90 than they are on here, so your legs aren't extended out as far. Oh, I love the way this thing sounds. Oh my gosh, good vibrations. Since this isn't my bike, I'm not gonna do those fancy maneuvers, but I bet you I will pull a U right here. I'm gonna go back the way I came. So, note to self, as a sports bike rider, do not try to lean this thing like you're on a sport bike, because you're gonna scrape the ground. I just scraped my boot coming out of that turn, like I scraped the heel of it. But you know, it wasn't bad though. This is my turn right here. I gotta have this bike back by a certain time. Uh-oh. That's a weird little turn. So yeah, you know, let me know if you got any questions about the differences between the 109 and M90, because I've ridden both of them. Like I was saying before, basically everything on here is the same, except the M90 doesn't have a tack up top. It just has a speedometer. This one has a nice little fuel gauge. I actually like that, because my bike does not have a fuel gauge, and it's always good to know how much gas you have. I think that's always a great thing to know, because you don't want to wind up like one of those people stuck on the side of the road or up under a bridge, and you're sitting there like, gas please, anyone? Or having to call a tow truck or call up a friend to ride your bike up on the trailer. But yeah, look at this thing. I mean, this is the you know, this is the only Suzuki I'd ride. In fact, this is the only cruiser I'd ride, because it's so doggone sexy. Suzuki did an outstanding job with this, as far as the stylings, as far as the power goes and everything. I mean, on both the 90 and 109. But whatever you do, don't get the 50. The 50 is like an 800cc bike. You're gonna be sorely disappointed that you got that. You're gonna be looking at everybody else like, oh man, I wish I had gotten that. I wish I was cool enough and had gotten that. Oh yeah, get up and go. Oh my gosh, let me back off of this throttle. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. Ah! I wish I had done a video on this 2016 Camaro I drove. Man, that thing is legit. Oh, if only I had the money to afford that, that would be awesome. Oh my gosh, this bike is so amazing. I could ride for days on this. Maybe not for days, but I could do a 2-hour ride on this. My RS6, not so much. But yeah, so this video was actually supposed to be a M90 versus M109 video. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? Car drivers, oh, Oh, you're not the only ones on the road. Whoa, what's going on up here? Oh yeah. See, that's why motorcycles have to be fast. If someone is behind you trying to come up your rear, you need to be able to have the power to get away from them. If someone's trying to box you in, you need to have the skill first. You need to have the skill first. But you also need to have the power to be able to get out of harm's way before you get crushed or ran off the road. Because let me tell you, that's not fun. There was a question, would I trade my sports bike in for a cruiser? I don't know. Probably not. Is this my exit? Probably so. Should I be getting off at it? Probably so. Am I? Clearly not, because I'm not in the right lane. Do I have the ability to? Yes, I do, right now. But it's too late. I'm having a blast. But anyway, yeah, you got to be able to have the skills and maneuverability to get out of danger and harm's way. Speed is not always the killer. Speed can actually save your life. So, yeah. Anyway, back to M90 M109 review. If you're going to get one of these motorcycles, get the M90. If you can't afford it, or excuse me, get the M109. If you can't afford the 109, then I guess get the M90. It's about $5,000 cheaper. But yeah, it's about $5,000 cheaper. Like I said, this one is only $10,000 because it's like 2 years old. But yeah, the new M90 versus the new M109, they're about a $5,000 difference. So I mean, it's up to you, to each his own. But they ride almost, they feel it almost exactly the same. They sound almost exactly the same stop. The only difference is this one just has a little bit more power. And I don't know if you can really tell the difference between the power unless you're like actually running it down the strip. Chicken strips. So yeah. That is my review of this beastly M109 that I've been dying to ride for so long. By the way, this thing has massive front brakes for that stopping power. Cruisers are so awesome. Well, this one is. Hey, look at this car. Wow, she just really has to go. I mean, she has somewhere to go. This red light was calling her name as she rolls through it. I feel so, my feet don't know what to do on this bike because they're trying to get used to where the pegs are. I was wanting so bad when I first rode the M90 to not like the way it rolled, but it rolled so good and felt so good. Oh my goodness. I was mad at myself for riding that for about a few days. I was so mad. I was like, why did I ride that bike? It felt so good. It felt so good. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, this thing has a gear indicator, so I think that's actually pretty good. It's always good to know what gear you're in. Oh, I love the way this thing sounds. Like, it's not loud and obnoxious. Like, I can still hear stuff in my helmet. Ah, this thing is just nice. It's just a nice little cruise. But yeah, I guess it's time to turn it back in. Alright, I'm gonna give you all a nice little walk around. This thing is nice. Look at that, the pretty shine. I'm gonna give you all a little bit of that thing is nice. I like it. I liked it. I liked it. Alright, boys and girls, this is it for real for the last time. It's Tuskegee 87, aka Joe Daddy, signing off, reminding y'all to straighten up and ride right.